weekend now, what's different about what you know about the team?
Um, I will say we do our due diligence for sure before we bring the guys in. So I think that the big thing is just you know the players individually, but you don't know how they are as a collective unit. So now I feel like we're definitely more of a collective unit. I think our scrimmage last weekend helped a lot just for us to, you have. I can tell you from my personal experience as a player, when you're in training camp and you're playing against your teammates the whole time, you can't wait to play against another team and kind of let out that extra frustration and aggression and all those things. Also, I'm demanding a lot of physicality out of our guys, so to be able to play that way against another team was a big thing. So if I was to look back, what's different for me, what I've noticed is the fact that we're more of a team. I think everyone's more comfortable around each other now. They're getting to know each other. You have the kind of introverted guys that are speaking up a little bit more, and just everyone's kind of joking around and becoming a team.
Last thing, we talked about this is a different team, you're a different coach. Want to make sure we all know that. How are you a different coach
From when?
from the last time you were here?
I mean, number one, I'm 6 years older, so my beard is much shorter, much grayer. Still great looking, but um, I think just experience too. I've learned a lot. Number one, just from that year alone. If you would ask me at the beginning of the year to the end of the year, the difference it was. The wisdom I've gained from being a head coach that year was tremendous. But then you add another 5 years of NBA experience and being around a plethora of NBA coaches at that time too. I think I've tried to, as my mom would say, chew up the meat and spit out the bones when it comes to every single one of the coaches I've been around. And I'm bringing all that knowledge, experience, and wisdom to the Valley this year. So I know that I'm a different coach. And also, even if I would have came back the very following year, I would have known what worked and what didn't work. It was such a trial and error situation for me being a head coach for the first time. It's still going to be that way this year, but I think that I've definitely learned what I need to carry over and what really just wasn't efficient for me as a coach.
Right. What has this preseason taught you so far?
Um, I think that and I kind of knew this already, but the connecting with the players is always going to be the most important thing. The way I communicate with them, and not only the players but the staff in general, and the organization even when it comes to the business side. Everybody, like, the one thing I've tried to do since I've been here is try to connect the dots and bring everyone together. And I think that as much as I knew it, it's even more magnified the fact that I'm going to be that piece that kind of ties everyone together as much as possible, and just holding people accountable. That's always going to be my big thing, and that goes from myself to my staff to the players as well.
And what's also stood out to you from, I guess, from the playing aspect, knowing that you got a game under your belt in the exhibition game, what did you take from that as well?
Um, there's that we still have a lot we can clean up for sure. I'm optimistic about this team for sure, but I definitely see where there's room for growth. And I think I said this to you guys the other day as well. That's just the way I am as a coach. I'm always looking, where can we get better? Where can we improve? Where is there even a little bit of adjustment we can make to push us even more in the right direction? And I'll do that after every win, after every loss, just kind of the same way I am. Never too high, never too low. And that's kind of the way I am right now. Like, where can we get better tomorrow? Where do we get better today? We're in the gym today. Where can we get better? And where did we get better? And even planning practice for tomorrow, my goal is to constantly look at where we can improve and take that next step.